How's it going, everybody? Stoudman coming back at you today, and today I'm going to talk your ear off about some things that I recently got off of Amazon. Some pretty good deals. One of these is a used item, and the other three are new items entirely. One of them is actually brand new. And then one of the new items that I got is actually like several years old, like decades old. Well, the product in particular, not the item itself. But yeah, anyways, I think I'll start off with the most expensive and then go from most expensive to least expensive. So I needed to review this particular game for my job. For those of you who don't know, I write for TeenageMutantNinjaTurtles.com, and I have to write several articles a week for that website, and you better damn well be sure that whenever a new game comes out or a new movie comes out that I have to do a review of that, because do I even really need to explain this? Obviously, if you're doing some kind of writing for a website like that and something related to that particular subject comes out, you're going to have to do a review of it, you know what I mean? I haven't gotten into the area of doing reviews of the toys yet, but I've thought about it. Anyways, this is the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game that recently came out from Activision and Platinum Games. Perhaps the best effort from Activision thus far. Still somewhat flawed, and if you want my opinions on that, you can actually check out my review on TeenageMutantNinjaTurtles.com. I gave it a 7 out of 10 because there are problems with it, and I feel like the problems probably come from Activision themselves. I imagine that a bigwig at Activision decided, well, this is great, this story is good and all, but I don't feel like these characters are going to appeal to the mass audience, because the characters were based on the IDW version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the more recent IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? In fact, the story was written by somebody at IDW. I can't remember who, but yes, it was actually written by somebody at IDW. So it was very firmly planted in the IDW brand of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, alright? But I think when Activision put all this together and they got Platinum Games and they got the writer at IDW and they said this is going to be great, they then had somebody come in after the fact and say, well, this is good, but these characters aren't being the way that I remember them when I was a kid watching the fucking cartoon. And so they try to insert these little characterizations that are from the cartoon from the 80s, and it just does not mix very well with the IDW universe. And then there are just, issues with the actual gameplay itself not being... it's essentially a button masher. It's a good game, it's a fun game, but there's not much to it. The difficulty doesn't come from strategy per se, it comes from other areas of, just the game itself being very difficult. So, what I would say to this is, it's a fun game, it's a good game, but I gave it a 7 out of 10, and if you want my full review, you can check that out, but what I would say to you right now is, probably don't pay more than $30 for this. I got it for $39.99 because of Amazon's deal that they have right now for Prime subscribers. If you're a Prime subscriber and you pre-order a new video game title, the pre-order will be 20% off. So it was $49.99 brand new, and 20% off of that was $39.99. So I got it for $39.99. Yeah. I feel like I overpaid for it, but what are you going to do when you have to do a review of it? So, yeah, I would have liked to have gotten like a review copy from the guys at Platinum or Activision, but realistically, I didn't expect that to happen, especially since I couldn't seem to get in touch with fucking any of them. Just so we're clear, I've been able to get in touch with people at Nickelodeon and Viacom and Paramount and all these big-ass fucking companies related to the Ninja Turtles brand. I can't get in touch with anybody at Activision or Platinum Games to save my goddamn life. So if any of you guys who work there are actually, watching this and paying attention, take note. There's a guy who writes for one of the big fucking fan sites related to the Ninja Turtles who can't actually contact you, who is not able to talk to you because you won't respond to his emails. That's not. I'm not saying that would have changed my score of this or my opinion of this, but you know, it would have helped to be able to get this without having to pay, just so that I could fucking review the goddamn thing. And granted, I am a Ninja Turtles fan. I enjoyed the game. I'm going to be able to play and enjoy the game, so it's worth it, I guess. It's just, if I were personally to have bought it on my own and not had to buy it the second it came out, I probably wouldn't have paid as much. Just a personal little niggling complaint that doesn't really matter to anybody but me. But anyways, on with the show. The next thing I picked up was a rather good deal indeed. This is a DVD set of one of my favorite shows growing up. I guess I can't say it's like one of my favorite shows growing up, but it was a show that was on Cartoon Network all the time when Cartoon Network first went on the air, and it was also on a lot of other networks as well in reruns. And I feel like this was like a Saturday morning cartoon for a little while as well, because they brought back a lot of stuff from the 60s and 70s in the Hanna-Barbera collection for those purposes, for after-school programming in the early 90s and for programming during Saturday mornings in the early 80s and mid-80s, I think it was. Might be misremembering that a tad, but I think I've got that right for the most part. Anyways, let's just show you here. I got the first season of the Jetsons, and the reason I picked this up is just because I've been craving some classic Hanna-Barbera, and I don't like all Hanna-Barbera stuff, but the Jetsons, I definitely like to watch them from time to time, so it'd be nice to be able to pop in a disc every now and then and just, enjoy some of the Jetsons. This was $12.99 for the first season, which is the best price I've seen so far. It was a price match of Best Buy, I believe, and it was, that's a pretty good deal considering that it comes with 24 episodes, first season, full complete first season, 24 episodes. So when you consider how many episodes you're getting, essentially you're getting each episode for 50 cents, which is actually a pretty good deal when it comes to TV sets on DVD. So anyways, this also comes with a bunch of special features, including commentary on 2 episodes by Janet Waldo, the voice of Judy Jetson. The Jetsons, the Family of the Future, chronicles the history of the series. Space Age Gadgets zooms in on the futuristic inventions of the Jetsons World Family album, character bios, and Rosie the Robotic Maid tribute. So yeah, there's some pretty interesting special features on here, included with the 24 episodes. So 24 episodes, 50 cents a pop, plus you get some special features. Pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. I don't know if I'm going to pick up the other seasons, because to my recollection, like Season 2 is split up into a couple of different volumes, and both volumes are... they're more expensive than that first volume was, I'll put it that way. I don't know. But I would like to maybe think about getting... weren't there a couple of Jetsons movies? There was like the Jetsons movie, and then there was also a Judy Jetson special or something like that. Whatever the case may be, I would be interested in checking those out again at some point. But anyways, on with the show. Next up, this is the used item that I got, and believe it or not, it's a Disney Blu-ray that I found used on Amazon for under $6. I think it was like $5.89 or something like that. But anyways, it is Nightmare Before Christmas. And I know what you're saying, Justin. It's June. Or it's about to be June, if it isn't already. It's the summer. Why are you getting something for Halloween and Christmas and all that stuff? Well, if you didn't know, pro tip, the best time to get the best deals on stuff related to Christmas and Halloween and all that stuff is the summer. Because that's the time when people are least likely to be interested in buying it, which means that those people selling those items are going to be offering them at a deep discount. And yeah, got this for less than $6. And to be honest with you, woo, it's got that nice style to it. There are several releases of this on Blu-ray. There are newer releases of this on Blu-ray. I think the newer release even has a slightly better transfer and perhaps even a few extra special features. But all I really cared about was getting this movie on Blu-ray. And the thing is, the original transfer for this movie, this one right here, is very good. Any additional effort that they may have put into secondary releases that they've done since then, in my opinion, from what I've seen, is not significant enough to make me want to choose that release over this one. So I've had this particular release on my wish list for quite a while, and when I saw it down to that under $6 price point, I was just like, it is time. It is time to finally pick this up. And yeah, came in pretty damn good condition. The disc is in good condition. It even came with the digital copy disc that apparently came with this release. So yeah, gonna cover the code because maybe it for some reason hasn't been used and maybe it can be used. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. But either way, yeah, I'm very happy to finally have this in my collection. I definitely didn't want to pay like $20 for this, so to get it for $6, a Disney movie on Blu-ray, pretty damn good deal. And last but not least, the cheapest item that I picked up was Escape from Planet Earth here on Blu-ray. It was $3.99. And the reason that I picked it up is because it's actually a pretty good movie. I have seen it. The interesting thing about this movie is that it was Rainmaker's big thing, right? So there's a story behind this movie that I want to tell, all right? Rainmaker, you may remember them, all right? They were the studio behind Reboot. Anybody remember the awesome television series Reboot from the 90s? Yeah, that Rainmaker. But since then, they really haven't done anything of note. They've had failure after failure after failure after failure in the market. And even their releases of Reboot have been screwed up in some way, shape, or form. It's just they have been really bad at this, media game, I would say. So this was kind of one of their Hail Marys, essentially. They were about to get into a position where they might have even not been able to dig themselves out, right? So they had bought this a few years prior, I think. They bought this movie off of another company. And they were trying to decide when to release it. They didn't know when to release it. They didn't know when it would be best to release. What's the best likelihood that we're going to get people to go to see this movie in the theaters? Well, we have to make sure that it's not playing against any other family-friendly or kid-friendly movies that are going to be big at the time. So it'll probably be best to release it earlier in the year and find a time early in the year when nobody else is releasing anything like it. And that's exactly what they did. I believe it was released in like February of 2013 or 2014? I don't remember the year, but it was released in February or thereabouts. And luckily enough for them, there were no other movies like this. There were no other 3D CGI animated movies, no other family movies out that could really compete with it or were really on this scale. And they made bank. They made like $80 million in the first few weeks, which was high and above what they were expecting to make. So, they were already talking about how are we going to cut our losses on this, and in no time, bam, it was a huge, successful mega hit for them. And I'm not going to say it's like, oh, it made $1 billion, mega successful hit, but for what they were expecting, maybe they were thinking it might even lose money. It made money, and it made a significant amount of money to allow them to continue doing what they do. And now they're actually in the process, if I recall, of bringing Reboot back for the modern generation. And if you want to know what to thank for that, well, they got a lot of money for that from this. I can tell you that right now. So, yeah, $3.99 for this movie, not only because of the historical aspects of it, the implications of it, in terms of the studio behind it and everything, but also because it's very funny. It's a very good movie. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And I guess what I would say to them is, if people like this and you didn't expect them to, then maybe you should give a chance to more things. Maybe you should rethink what you think is good and what you think will sell and what actually does sell. You know? Maybe the next time you're thinking, oh, this isn't going to work, you should just say, fuck it. Hail Mary, just like Escape from Planet Earth. So yeah, $3.99, and it comes with a couple of special features. Commentary with the director, making of Escape from Planet Earth, alternate takes and deleted scenes, how to make an animated featurette with director, and music featurettes. Oh, how to make an animated feature with the director, and music featurettes with Delta Ray, Owl City, and Cody Simpson. So yeah, pretty good deal at $4. Not gonna turn that down. That being said, I don't know if you can hear the birds, but it's early now, and I'm tired, and I should go to bed, but I think I'm gonna persevere and do another video, because I'm crazy. So yeah, that's all I got off of Amazon this week. One of the things that I had to get was for a review, and the rest of them were just things that I wanted to get, and it was taking advantage of good deals. All my words are starting together because I'm tired. Meh. Okay, so that'll do it for me. Thanks for watching, you guys. Catch you later. Peace.